everybody, what's up? It's your girl, Nikki Ashes. Welcome to episode 3 of Buildmode Chill. Ooh. So I've already actually recorded this, but I had lost part of the footage. I made a joke about how I'm like a real YouTuber. I've lost footage. It's really exciting. And then I found it. So we're just doing this all over again, but this time completionist style. So today on this building, we're building a building based on, have you ever watched that show on Netflix called World's Most Extraordinary Homes or something like this? It's really great. But one of the houses that they go to in season 2 is called Glass House for a Diver, maybe? It's in Japan, and it's all windows, all glass, and it has its privacy by being surrounded by these like kind of industrial blocks that are everywhere. And so it's kind of like got this shell around it, but then within the shell, everything is windows. So I wanted to do something like that, except without the privacy, because it's just, this house is just, here it is. You can see all the way through it on all sides. And so it was also, so I wanted to do a house based on Glass House for a Diver for a long time. But what really kind of propelled this forwards is these windows that I found online. If you ever, by the way, want to know any custom content, furniture, mods, whatever that I'm using, comment below. Here's some time magic. Ready? Yeah, because in making a house, the point of which is being entirely windows, is I had to place like hundreds of windows, and so it took a long time. So we just skipped that part. So now we have a house that's covered in windows, and these windows are like a lovely, they're tall size. Some of them have a slat in the middle, some of them open. And, you know, I thought that doing kind of a blend of different kinds of windows and different, you know, some of them are open, some of them are not. Some of them are tall, some of them could open. It's having it be kind of random everywhere kind of was ideal. So I did that. It's a little Mondrian almost. I don't know. I like it. Do you like it? You'll see more of it later. So this house is in, oh, I forgot I made coffee and it's gross. It's iced coffee. This house is in Windenburg. It's on the little kind of private island in Windenburg. So you can see on 3 of its sides, because it's on like a little peninsula. It's barely a peninsula, a little outburst of land that you can see the ocean from many of its windows. So that's really exciting, and I love that. We're putting in these tall blinds that I found for the Chaotic Gay apartment because I love them so much. And you'll see that we kind of experiment with ways to make the house like visibly understandable visually, because there are also arches that kind of look like the windows, and so it's kind of hard to tell what you can walk through and what you can't. And like Sims obviously don't care. Sims are programmed to be able to walk places that they are able to walk. But like for us, it is kind of nice to have kind of a visual cue. So we play with partitions, we play with lots of things that are kind of transparent, like the blinds, like the curtains, so that you can still have that see all the way through the house experience, but a little bit of just like basic understanding of the shape of the building. Anyway, this backyard area ends up being real cute. So first I like to play with these stairs and the raised foundations and the new terrain tools where you can push this part down. So this part's a little bit down. We have a little fire. You'll see a lot of white in this house and also a lot of nothing in this house. And that's because rich people have really minimalist homes in general, and especially this one. Like if you look up Glass House for a Diver on the internets, you'll see that there's not like a ton of shit just clogging up the house. And I think that that's A, classy, B, really nice when the house is transparent. Because when you look through it, you don't want it to be messy, and also like when you look through the house, but also, you know, whenever you're in a room, like there's not art on the walls. The walls show you outside and the changing weather and the changing seasons, and especially because we're by the ocean, you know, the weather over the ocean, all the clouds and the moving and whatever is the focus and the beauty, and so every wall's wallpaper is essentially beautiful nature. So there's not like gonna be a ton of stuff in this house, but that's okay because the house itself is a cool experience. There will be a lot of, what is this, landscaping? Because I wanted it, well, landscaping is great and important, and you know how I love like matching plants together and creating these little kind of pseudo-natural plant scapes. So yeah, and here you can see some yoga stuff, which brings us back to the other point that I was making, which is this house is kind of like a wellness house, like a retreat. So this house is owned by a famous actress in the game, and she has this kind of, you know how like rich people have second homes and stuff, and so she has this second home kind of outside of the hubbub of, you know, Del Sol Valley or San Myshuno or something, and so she can kind of get here to get away, and her girlfriend lives here with her, and so they kind of just like, I'm calling it a Airbnb, because while it's not, it's kind of like, you know, when rich people have their friends come live at their houses, you know, like, oh, sure, I've got a spare bedroom, whatever, I'm rich, it's a giant house, maybe I'll never even see you. And it's not exactly that, but other than the girl whose house this is, everyone else is just kind of like temporarily being here. Anyway, let's talk about this kitchen. I'm trying to make an island that's 3 units across, and you can see that it doesn't work. So we shove the stove over there and just decide, you know what? Cancel. Whatever. Just make it too wide. It'll be fine. Putting up a little bit of curtains again to kind of like give the nuance of there being a wall there, despite the fact that everything is glass. And we'll do that kind of all over the house. I wanted the kitchen to feel a little bit livable, but not feel cluttered and messy for the aforementioned reasons. Putting lots of plants, you know how we do. This should all look kind of familiar to you at this point because house interiors, I really don't have the most inspiration for. I don't know. I'm excited. I think that I'm going to build a lot of community lots coming up soon. And I think that would be fun to show you because it's, oh my gosh, by the way, everyone, thank you so much for your sweet comments on the last Buildmode Chill. Like, I didn't know that people cared. It's so sweet. Thank you for reaching out and sharing your support. So, I don't know. We'll do this, we'll continue to do a couple speed builds intermittently. But before we get carried away, let's keep talking about this. So this room is going to be one of the people who lives here, who's you know, staying over's room. I experiment with this partition because I wanted this breezeway to kind of be open, so I didn't want to put a door, but there's another bedroom at the other end of the breezeway, so I'm like, okay, well, what about these dividers? They're from the luxury party pack, luxury party, fancy party stuff pack. But I have a CC version, so the regular ones I think are only 3 units wide, and these ones are 5 units wide. So I put 2 of them and a giant plant to kind of keep the sleeping part of this room sequestered. I don't know. Put some cute CC paintings on the ground, whatever, blah, blah, blah. The great thing about this room is that you can wake up in your 4-poster, weirdly rustic bed and on your fur rug, whatever, and just wake up to the sun rising over the ocean in Winterberg, and it's just gorgeous. Putting lots of dark woods, just a couple candles because, you know, keep the mood a little sexy. Here's the other bedroom. This bedroom, oh, gotta put a little, I experiment with little lights in there and I decided, you know what? Too many lights detracts from the fact that, you know, when you walk through the hallway at night, you wanna be also looking out the window. And so I didn't want it to be too, you know, I wanted the focus to be elsewhere, whatever. So this room is where the main lady, whose house this is, the main person, her name's Olivia, I can tell you that. She's a new character. She lives here. Got some massage chairs, and I put those massage tables in the kind of is it a courtyard? Atrium? I don't know where that tree is. And I kind of just play around with plants, kind of just play around with how I can make this room work, because these rooms are a weird shape. Something that I'm really interested in doing in future residential builds is not having such like floor to ceiling windows everywhere always. because it makes placing furniture a little bit tricky and counterintuitive because you know, you can't, there's some things that you don't want to put up against a window. I don't know. This is the wellness deck. It's like a little deck, little porch outside, and where people can do yoga, a little bit of meditating, put some candles, got a little table. It's really cute. When the sun sets, yeah, because the sun rises by that bedroom. So the sun sets on this side of the house, and so you can like do yoga and like it reflects off the water, and it's just gorgina. So I'm excited to do that. This living room, there's a lot of custom content items in this living room, but I mean, it could totally have been created with regular Sims items. I just didn't. Partly because if you recall, the like fancy CC furniture really kind of has that I'm really rich. It's like surreal because it doesn't perfectly match the Sims universe, but rich people's lives are surreal. So it really works. I think it works. This whole house is just a wellness fantasy outside of the city where people are gonna come and do their wellness and get back on their feet. You know, take some time off from life, which is stressful and a lot. So we have our little kind of like massage area, some little citronella candles. Gonna place some plants in here, but not too many because it's like a controlled nature. So there wouldn't be like reptiles or anything. I don't think there would be reptiles in Windenburg anyway, but putting in some plants, you know, just, I left it kind of bare, kind of weirdly bare, but it's fine, just mow the grass. Is it even real grass? Who knows? Putting a pool here was kind of a weird afterthought that I had, but I'm glad that I did it. Because it's kind of cool and it really frames up this side of the building, and I think it's gonna be the thumbnail for this, but I'm not sure. And I put the rose petals on top because, you know, we're into wellness, so, you know, it's self-care, and so there's rose petals in the pool. And it looks cute. And then, so this is like the front of the house, I guess? I'm not sure, but when I was taking screenshots and stuff here in the past, people were showing up here. Anyway, this terrain paint with the kind of bricks in the moss is so cute, and it really like, look at how elevated this whole little area has become just with that terrain paint. We do a little spritz of it in the back too, but and then these flowers, which I don't know if you've noticed are my favorite flowers, the ones that are on the ground like that. Just kind of mix them in with the bushes to kind of give it a little bit more natural feel, a little bit overlapping the pool tiles. You know, whatever. Making a little table. I think we put our drink tray here in a minute and then take some of those things away. Yeah, because we put in these chairs and we're like, well, you can't just sit and do nothing. So we have a cute little pool. We'll call it good for now. This little area I'm really excited about. I'm not sure if we do it right now, but it's a dining area. Yeah, I think we're gonna do it. It's a little dining area. I just finished recording the first 2 episodes of Let's Slay the Sims 4 Young Drag Queen of the City Season 2. And when we were in this house, it was raining, so nobody really spent a lot of time outside. But this is where people can eat their... Wow, did you hear that? I'm hungry. My stomach made a sound. Come on, coffee. Anyway, what are we doing? Putting some rocks, because we're kind of by the beach, so like having rocks in this kind of elephant grass, the kind of beachy grass, I thought was a really cute touch. Like Windenburg doesn't have like a really beachy, like not like a tropical, not like you would think of beachy, but like there are beaches here, you know? I mean, Washington has beaches. Here, I'm in Seattle. Hello. Washington has beaches. You can't tell that I'm in Seattle because my green screen has erased my whole apartment. Wow, what's happening here? I don't know. Magic. Whatever. I'm just floating in digital space. What are we talking about? I don't know. Putting in rugs. I don't care. Oh, I like those little rugs that are like a mix of rugs. Are we gonna do the bathroom now, honey? Because I don't care about bathrooms, you know that. So another thing that happened when I was building this house is I wasn't really sure what these rooms were gonna be, like which ones. Like I knew which rooms we needed, but I didn't know what was gonna go where, and so that's why you could kind of see me throwing like living room stuff into that room at the beginning, and now it's the bedroom with the weirdly rustic CC bed. But I wasn't really sure where things were gonna go. Ooh, sorry. This was gonna be the bathroom on the second story, but now the bathroom is on the first floor, and this is gonna be a bedroom for 2 of the guests who are just, you know, passing through. They're friends. Everyone's rich, whatever. So they will be in that room, and so the 5 people who live in this house all have kind of their little rooms, and they're just hanging out, having a little summer together. This is a vampire coffin. We're gonna finally get to play as a vampire for a while, I think. I don't think that the people who are living in this room are going to be maybe super long-term friends. I'm not really sure, but we'll see. The great thing about The Sims is that while I can plan for a lot of things, that The Sims also have their own autonomy and their AI and their free will, and they just want to do what they want to do. And it's great, you know, good for you, do it. So I'm not sure if they'll continue to be friends. You know how like Brent used to come over all the time, uninvited, and I was worried that he would steal stuff? I gave him a personality trait in season 2 where he is a klepto though. I think I have like 2 or 3 people who may be just stealing stuff, I don't know. So this room, we have this guy with the red bed. We've got red peppers and knives, because that's kind of his personality. The previous time that I recorded this speed build with the footage missing in the middle, I had nails on, I had sunglasses on my head, I was much more decked out. But again, I did just finish playing The Sims for 3 hours for episodes 1 and 2, so I kind of have a headache and my eyes are really dry, so we're just chilling, just doing some building. Pressure is low, volume is low, voice is tired. So let's get back into talking about this build. Here we have kind of a little book nook. I love that. A little book nook with one of these little, little plants, little makeup tray, little lamp. It's really cute, whatever. It's fully aesthetic because I don't think that you can actually use any of these items. But again, I tried really hard not to create weird rectangular rooms. And then it ended up that this house was just a bunch of rectangles glued together, which is fine. This front space, which I don't think we're gonna go back to, we're gonna do wall paintings, yeah. And then I think do the bathroom. That front space, I ran out of rooms and I ran out of content. And so what I did was it's just kind of a little entry room, a foyer, if you will. And it's not particularly exciting, but I think finishing it off will be the last thing that we do before the screenshots. So this bathroom is kind of cool because what I do is I've seen a lot of bathrooms that have like bamboo on Pinterest. And so what I decided that we're going to do is we're going to get a little bit of pool and right outside this window so that you can soak, because remember wellness and like self-care. So I create a little kind of vignette, I don't know, like a little plant box, but with a pool and bamboo, so there's a little bit of seclusion and it's kind of cute and it's a little tropical, and I'm putting things in here and it's cute, whatever. So while you're taking a bath, you can it's kind of like you have your own little thing, you know, whatever. Ooh, the coffee's speaking to me, man. Let's pound it, ready? Oh my god, there was way more in there than I thought there was. Ugh. What are we talking about now that I'm done being an idiot? Okay, so I put in a custom content bench, sink, and then I decide it looks really cute there, but we have to move all these windows over. So also notice that we have dark blinds, blackout blinds upstairs, which is really cute for the vampire. I saw on Pinterest some really cute mirrors, backlit mirrors that are away from a wall of vines, and I wanted to try and recreate that, but the vines are too deep. They're not flat enough. So it required a little bit more engineering than I had enough fucks to give that day. So I just said, you know what, we're gonna make one big wide one, and it looks great. This little bathtub is super cute, and I hope people take baths in it and just lounge and have a great time. And this little beverage cart thing that I love so much, is it from the fancy party pack? I can't remember, but I love it so much. Mixing in some rugs. Oh, so Island Adventure, Tropical Paradise, Island Paradise. The new game pack came out today, expansion pack, whatever. And there are new rugs, there's some new furniture. I'm really excited to. I also got Strangerville and the romantic party pack. So, because I'd waited on those things. Strangerville, because we're gonna go do Strangerville. I don't have any spoilers. I know vaguely, you know, what is causing weird zombies, but you know, I don't know how the story plays out. I don't know how to do it. I haven't watched anybody play it, so it'll be new for me to do Strangerville. So we're gonna do Strangerville in season 2. But like the Strangerville items and the romantic garden items weren't really something that I use a lot in builds, and so I just didn't care about buying those things. But I got them now. Strangerville so that I could have a couple more like grungy kind of worn down elements, and then the romantic garden one because I'm gonna make like this beautiful park in Selva Dorada in the jungle where people can maybe get married, and it's gonna be really pretty. And I have these CC showers. It's gonna be gorgeous when we go to the jungle, but it's not happening now. What's happening now is I needed to make 3 houses for our 3 squads of friends to live in, and this is the 3rd one. So now you can see we're working with plants. I absolutely love doing landscaping with plants, and the squares of Malva, is it Malva? And then the elephant grass that I've sized down, and these new flowers that I think are from Romantic Garden, I'm not sure. But the bamboo looks stupid there, so we put these, and it's really cute. So I mixed the 3 wide one and the 5 wide one into one big long one, and it's really cute. Because it's really important to have delineation of spaces, even though I want the concept of the house to be all the way see-through. So I'm really excited to hang out in that back area, and I guess we sped away from it really fast, but the terrain paint back there, it makes it look really cute. We're gonna have little barbecues and stuff. It's gonna be great. Putting a little bit of plants around the front, kind of softening these edges, because you know the building is on a foundation. So is my hair sliding back? Please don't. Please stay on. So I wanted to kind of soften some of these edges, make it a little more natural, because you know, it's nature, whatever. This house ends up looking really great, and like when you move through it and also do screenshots and stuff, like you can understand it a little bit better. But when we're doing this speed build, it does kind of look a little stupid because it's just like kind of empty-ish looking rooms, and they all kind of melt into each other, and it just, I don't know. But in function, this house is actually gorge, and I like it much better than the stupid gay one that we did the second time. It was dumb. It was uninspired. I need to stop building things. Ooh, cheese plate and wine. I love that. I need to stop building things in The Sims without like a cool reference first, because otherwise we get into this rut. So this house at least is cool and interesting because it has a concept, and it's kind of very loosely based off a real building. Here you can see like a little social media setup. And last time I made the funny joke that while I was building this, I swore one of the people living in this house is Penny Pizzazz, because you know she's like a social media celebrity, arch nemesis Penny Pizzazz. But she doesn't live here, so we don't need 2 computers, 2 little like video making setups. We just need one. So I'm gonna get rid of one of them, maybe a little bit of bubbles, because you know I love the bubbles. I haven't had hookah in forever. In many years. Wow, maybe 4? I don't know. It makes me sleepy and makes me want to poop, so I don't know, but I love hookah. Why are we talking about this? So we're putting okay, we're almost done. You shouldn't be excited about that. You should want more of this. I want more of this, but it's almost done. We're trying to figure out how to visually delineate where a door is and where there isn't a door. And so the best way that I found is these little grates. So they exist where there's doors, but not where there's just windows. So you can kind of see where you can like go into the atrium. And it's cute because, you know, like if you're coming, so you can see too, there's only one floor pattern that has like a border, but it's bricks and it doesn't match. So I'm like, whatever, we're just gonna do this grate. And so the grate is nice because, you know, you get your shoes a little dirty in the atrium, and then you can kind of dust them off, like knock the dirt off before you go back into the house. It's really cute. So over here we're gonna put like a little pantry area, and I'm I think that's pretty much all. Did I show putting the basketball court, or there's like a basketball hoop in the atrium? Because some of the people in this house like to play basketball. So the house is almost done. I'm really excited for you to see the screenshots because they really kind of convey the house's true potential, because you can kind of get down to the right angle instead of being this constant forced angle from above. Yeah, let's just throw my favorite little lamp over here and a little table by the front door so that people can put their keys or something. Putting little business cards by the front door because, you know, famous people live here. It's gonna be great. I'm really excited. I'm excited for you to see the screenshots. I'm excited for you to see us living in this house. It's gonna be so cute. I guess you've seen the intro already. Anyway, here's the house. Isn't it Gorgina? Wow, I'm so excited to play in this house. It's gonna be so cool. Look at that. You can see all the way. Look at that. Ugh, framed perfectly. I don't know. I hope you've been enjoying this, everybody. I hope that you like, comment, subscribe. Tell me if you loved it. Smash my buttons. I love you forever. Catch you next time. Hope that you have a fabulous day.